If you weren't Prince, what would you do for a living, you know?
Needed to go get a job, so I got the Yellow Pages out, and I couldn't find one thing I wanted to do. So I decided I was going to push as hard as I could to be a musician.
Prince has died at the age of 57.
Prince's ex-wife has revealed the dark truth.
I don't consider her my wife anymore.
Prince was an unparalleled musical icon, renowned for his flamboyant style, groundbreaking music, and enigmatic persona. Emerging in the late 1970s, he captivated audiences with his innovative sound, blending genres like rock, funk, and pop into a unique and electrifying experience. His stage presence, characterized by dazzling costumes, left an indelible mark on the music industry. But if his persona was so happy, why would his ex-wife have anything bad to say? Well, you are in for a ride if you are a fan of Prince. You are about to hear the truth. But before his ex-wife unveils the dark truth, we have to find out who Prince truly was. Early life. Prince Rogers Nelson was born on June 7, 1958, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His father, John L. Nelson, was a jazz pianist and songwriter, while his mother, Mattie Della, was a singer. This rich musical heritage deeply influenced Prince's formative years. Growing up in a household immersed in music, he was exposed to various genres and styles, which played a crucial role in shaping his eclectic musical taste. From a very young age, Prince displayed an extraordinary aptitude for music. By the time he was 7, he had already begun experimenting with the piano, an instrument that would become central to his early musical development. His prodigious talent was evident as he quickly taught himself to play not only the piano, but also the guitar and drums. This self-driven approach to learning instruments highlighted his innate musicality and dedication to honing his craft. However, Prince's childhood was not without its challenges. His parents' relationship was tumultuous, marked by frequent arguments and separations. These domestic upheavals profoundly impacted young Prince, who often sought refuge in his music. When his parents ultimately separated and both remarried, the sense of instability in his family life intensified. Despite these difficulties, or perhaps because of them, music became an essential outlet for his emotions and creativity. Prince's mother remarried Hayward Baker, whose strict discipline contrasted sharply with Prince's need for creative expression. This tension led to Prince spending more time with his father, who provided him with a more nurturing environment for his musical ambitions. John L. Nelson's influence was pivotal. He encouraged Prince's musical exploration and allowed him to experiment with various instruments. By the time Prince reached adolescence, his passion for music had only grown stronger. He joined several local bands, including Grand Central and Champaign, where he began to develop his unique style. These early experiences in bands were crucial for Prince, providing him with the opportunity to perform live, collaborate with other musicians, and refine his skills. It was during these formative years that Prince's remarkable talent and stage presence began to shine through. Despite the instability at home, Prince's dedication to music remained unwavering. He often spent hours practicing, writing songs, and experimenting with different sounds. His relentless pursuit of musical excellence set him apart from his peers and laid the foundation for his future success. Early career. During his teenage years, Prince immersed himself in the local music scene of Minneapolis, joining several bands and rapidly advancing his musical skills. Among these early ventures were groups like Grand Central and Champaign, where he began to cultivate a distinctive style that blended various musical influences. His prodigious talent and unique sound did not go unnoticed, eventually catching the attention of local producer Chris Moon. Chris Moon recognized Prince's extraordinary potential and saw something special in the young musician. Moon introduced Prince to Owen Husney, a Minneapolis businessman with a keen eye for talent. Husney was immediately impressed by Prince's musical abilities and vision, and he took on the role of Prince's manager. With Husney's guidance, Prince's career began to take a significant turn. Husney played a pivotal role in helping Prince navigate the complexities of the music industry. He provided the young artist with the necessary resources and support to develop his craft further. Recognizing Prince's multifaceted talent, Husney arranged for Prince to record a demo at Moon Studio. This demo showcased Prince's versatility and exceptional musicianship, which became instrumental in securing a recording contract with Warner Brothers Records in 1977. At the tender age of 19, Prince found himself on the verge of a breakthrough. Warner Brothers Records, recognizing his immense potential, offered him a unique opportunity. In a rare move, they allowed Prince complete artistic control over his debut album. This decision was almost unheard of for a new artist, but Prince's undeniable talent and confidence in his vision convinced the label to take the risk. In 1978, Prince released his debut album, For You. The album was a remarkable display of his musical prowess, with Prince not only writing and producing the entire record, but also playing all 27 instruments featured on it. This impressive feat highlighted his exceptional abilities as a multi-instrumentalist and established him as a true auteur in the music world. Tracks like Soft and Wet and Just As Long As We're Together showcased his innovative blend of funk, rock, pop, and soul, setting the stage for his future genre-defying works. Although For You achieved moderate commercial success, it received critical acclaim for its artistry and originality. The album sold over 150,000 copies, a respectable number for a debut artist at the time, and it laid the foundation for Prince's burgeoning career. It was evident that Prince was not just another musician. He was a visionary artist with a unique voice and a relentless drive to push musical boundaries. Following the release of For You, Prince continued to evolve his sound and expand his artistic horizons. He spent countless hours in the studio, experimenting with different instruments, recording techniques, and musical styles. His work ethic was unparalleled, and his dedication to his craft was evident in the meticulous attention to detail in his recordings. The modest success of his debut album did not deter Prince. Instead, it fueled his ambition. He was determined to refine his sound and reach a broader audience. His next album, Prince, 1979, would further establish him as a rising star in the music industry. The album featured hits like I Wanna Be Your Lover and Why You Wanna Treat Me So Bad, which gained significant airplay and expanded his fan base. As Prince's career progressed, he began to build a reputation for his electrifying live performances. His stage presence was magnetic, characterized by his flamboyant costumes, charismatic persona, and unparalleled energy. He quickly became known for his ability to captivate audiences, leaving a lasting impression with every performance. The 80s, Purple Rain, and beyond. The 1980s marked an era of explosive creativity and unprecedented commercial success for Prince, solidifying his status as one of the most influential artists of his time. This decade saw Prince not only push the boundaries of music, but also redefine his place within the cultural landscape. His journey through the 1980s is a testament to his innovative spirit and relentless pursuit of artistic excellence. Prince's ascent to superstardom began with the release of Dirty Mind in 1980. The album was a bold declaration of his artistic vision, characterized by its provocative lyrics, minimalist production, and a seamless blend of funk, rock, pop, and new wave. Tracks like Uptown and Head showcased Prince's willingness to tackle taboo subjects and challenge societal norms. Dirty Mind was critically acclaimed and laid the groundwork for his future experimentation and genre-defying work. Building on the momentum of Dirty Mind, Bonjaritudes, and Benzine, Prince released Controversy in 1981. This album continued to explore themes of sexuality, politics, and identity. The title track, Controversy, became an anthem of defiance, questioning the status quo and asserting Prince's individuality. Songs like Do Me, Baby, and Sexuality further cemented his reputation as a daring and innovative artist unafraid to push boundaries. In 1982, Prince released 1999, a double album that marked a significant turning point in his career. The album was a commercial breakthrough, featuring hits like Little Red Corvette, Delirious, and the iconic title track, 1999. These songs showcased Prince's ability to craft infectious pop melodies while maintaining his unique edge. The success of 1999 propelled Prince to international fame, and the album's futuristic sound and socially conscious lyrics resonated with a wide audience. 1999 was a declaration of Prince's arrival on the global stage, solidifying his position as a musical innovator. The pinnacle of Prince's career in the 1980s came with the release of Purple Rain in 1984. This album, accompanied by a semi-autobiographical film of the same name, became a cultural phenomenon. Purple Rain was a tour de force, blending rock, pop, R&B, and funk in a way that was both groundbreaking and commercially successful. The album sold over 25 million copies worldwide and produced chart-topping singles such as When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy, and the titular track, Purple Rain. Each of these songs showcased Prince's virtuosity as a musician and his ability to create timeless, emotionally resonant music. The Purple Rain film further elevated Prince's status as a global superstar. It told a fictionalized version of his own story, depicting his struggles and triumphs as an artist. The film's success at the box office and its accompanying soundtrack earned Prince an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score, solidifying his place not only in the music industry, but also in the broader realm of entertainment. Following the monumental success of Purple Rain, Prince continued to release critically acclaimed and commercially successful albums throughout the latter half of the 1980s. In 1985, he released Around the World in a Day, an album that saw Prince exploring psychedelic sounds and more introspective themes. The hit single Raspberry Beret became another classic in his extensive catalog. In 1986, Prince released Parade, the soundtrack to his second film, Under the Cherry Moon. While the film received mixed reviews, the album was praised for its innovation and included the hit Kiss, which became one of Prince's signature songs. Sign of the Times, 1987, followed, widely regarded as one of his greatest achievements. The double album was a critical and commercial success, featuring a diverse array of songs that tackled social issues, love, and spirituality. Tracks like Sign of the Times, If I Was Your Girlfriend, and You Got the Look showcased Prince's unparalleled versatility and creativity. The decade concluded with the release of Love Sexy in 1988, an album that further explored themes of spirituality and redemption. Despite some controversy over its cover art, the album was another testament to Prince's fearless artistic vision. Throughout the 1980s, Prince not only dominated the charts, but also influenced a generation of musicians and fans. His innovative approach to music production, his flamboyant stage presence, and his willingness to address provocative themes set him apart as a true icon. The 1980s were a period of relentless innovation and achievement for Prince, marking the height of his commercial success and solidifying his legacy as one of the most groundbreaking artists in music history. Career taking off and controversy. In 1999, following the monumental success of Purple Rain, Prince continued to push musical boundaries and expand his creative horizons. The mid to late 1980s saw him in peak form, releasing a series of groundbreaking albums that showcased his genre-blending style and cemented his position at the forefront of the music industry. In 1985, Prince released Around the World in a Day, an album that marked a shift in his musical direction. Departing from the rock-oriented sound of Purple Rain, Prince embraced a more psychedelic and experimental approach. The album, featuring hits like Raspberry Beret and Pop Life, demonstrated his ability to innovate while maintaining his unique sound. The colorful and eclectic nature of the album was a departure from his previous work, reflecting his desire to explore new artistic territories. The following year, in 1986, Prince released Parade, the soundtrack to his second film, Under the Cherry Moon. While the film received mixed reviews, the album was a commercial success and included the hit single Kiss. The song, with its minimalistic production and sultry vocals, became one of Prince's most iconic tracks. Parade further showcased his versatility, combining elements of funk, jazz, and pop, and solidifying his reputation as a musical innovator. 1987 brought Sign of the Times, widely regarded as one of Prince's greatest achievements. This double album was a critical and commercial triumph, demonstrating Prince's mastery of diverse musical styles. The album tackled a range of themes, from social issues to personal introspection, and included standout tracks like Sign of the Times, If I Was Your Girlfriend, and You Got the Look. The album's eclectic mix of funk, rock, R&B, and electronic music was a testament to Prince's artistic brilliance and his ability to seamlessly blend genres. Prince's career continued to flourish as he released Lovesexy in 1988, an album that explored themes of spirituality and redemption. Despite some controversy surrounding its provocative cover art, the album was praised for its innovative sound and included hits like Alphabet Saint and Glam Slam. Prince's flamboyant stage presence and charismatic performances further amplified his status as a global superstar. However, the late 1980s and early 1990s brought significant controversy that would impact Prince's career trajectory. In 1993, amid growing tensions with his record label Warner Brothers, Prince made the bold decision to change his name to an unpronounceable symbol, often referred to as the love symbol. This move was a form of protest against the constraints he felt Warner Brothers was placing on his artistic freedom. The symbolic gesture was meant to signify his desire to break free from the commercial and contractual limitations imposed by the label. During this period, Prince was frequently referred to as the artist formerly known as Prince in media and public discourse. The name change was accompanied by a series of high-profile disputes with Warner Brothers, including public criticisms and legal battles. Prince's refusal to release new music under his birth name created a unique and challenging situation as he sought to regain control over his artistic output and career. Despite the controversies, Prince's creative output during this period remained prolific. He released several albums, including The Gold Experience, 1995, and Chaos and Disorder, 1996, both of which showcased his continued evolution as an artist. His dedication to his craft and his refusal to conform to industry expectations were hallmarks of his career during this turbulent phase. Prince's willingness to challenge the status quo and his commitment to artistic independence defined his career in the late 1980s and early 1990s. While his name change and legal battles with Warner Brothers were sources of controversy, they also highlighted his resilience and determination to maintain control over his music and career. Despite the challenges, Prince's influence on the music industry continued to be profound, and his innovative spirit remained a driving force in his creative endeavors. Collaborations. Throughout his career, Prince was known for his prolific collaborations. He wrote songs for and produced albums by artists such as Sheila E., The Time, Vanity 6, and Apollonia 6. His ability to nurture and collaborate with other artists showcased his versatility and influence in the music industry. Marriage struggles and personal tragedy. Prince's personal life, much like his career, was marked by significant highs and profound lows. His romantic and family life reflected the same intensity and complexity that characterized his music and public persona. In 1996, Prince married Maite Garcia, a talented backup dancer who had been a part of his musical entourage. Their relationship began as a professional partnership and evolved into a deep personal connection. Maite, who was instrumental in many of Prince's performances and music videos, became a significant figure in his life, both personally and professionally. Their marriage was seen by many as a union of two creative souls deeply connected by their shared love for music and performance. Tragically, Prince and Maite's joy was marred by profound loss. In 1996, just months after their wedding, the couple welcomed their first child, Amir. However, Amir was born with Pfeiffer syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that affects the skull and can lead to developmental delays and other severe health complications. Despite the challenges posed by the condition, Prince and Mayte remained hopeful and devoted to their newborn son. Sadly, Amir's struggles were short-lived. The infant's health deteriorated rapidly, and he passed away just a week after his birth. This devastating loss was a profound blow to Prince and Mayte. The death of their son was not only a personal tragedy, but also a public one, as it drew significant media attention and sympathy from fans and the broader community. The impact of Amir's death on Prince and Mayte was profound and far-reaching. The grief and emotional strain that followed the loss of their child placed an immense strain on their relationship. Both Prince and Mayte struggled to cope with their grief in different ways, and the shared sorrow that once united them began to create distance between them. By the year 2000, the emotional weight of their personal tragedy had taken a toll on their marriage. The couple decided to separate, and their divorce was finalized that same year. The end of their marriage marked a difficult period for both Prince and Mayte, as they each grappled with their individual paths and the ongoing impact of their shared loss. Prince's personal life was further complicated by his public persona, which often intersected with his private struggles. The intense scrutiny and media attention that surrounded him only added to the emotional burden he carried. Despite his public success and achievements, the private pain of losing his son and the subsequent strain on his marriage were deeply felt and profoundly impacted him. In the aftermath of their separation, Prince and Mayte both sought to rebuild their lives and find solace in their respective endeavors. Prince continued to pour his emotions into his music, using it as a means of coping with his personal challenges. His work during this period often reflected a sense of introspection and vulnerability, revealing glimpses of the personal turmoil he was experiencing. Mayte, too, navigated her own journey of healing and self-discovery. She eventually went on to pursue her career in entertainment and continue her work in the arts, finding ways to honor her experiences and move forward from the pain of her past. The personal tragedies and marital struggles Prince faced in the late 1990s were a testament to the complexity of his life beyond the public eye. The profound loss of his son and the dissolution of his marriage were pivotal moments that shaped his personal narrative and influenced his creative expression. Despite the heartache, Prince's resilience and ability to channel his experiences into his music remained a hallmark of his extraordinary career. His life and work continued to reflect the depth of his emotions and the enduring impact of the challenges he faced. Later, years and legacy. In the 2000s, Prince continued to release music and perform, reclaiming his name and independence as an artist. Albums like Musicology, 2004, and 3121, 2006, received critical acclaim, and his Super Bowl XLI halftime performance in 2007 was hailed as one of the greatest of all time. Despite health issues, Prince remained active in the music scene. His final album, Hit and Run Phase 2, was released in 2015. Death. On April 21, 2016, Prince was found unresponsive in an elevator at his Paisley Park estate in Chanhassen, Minnesota. He was pronounced dead at the age of 57. The cause of death was an accidental overdose of fentanyl, a powerful opioid. Prince's impact on music and popular culture is immeasurable. His innovative approach to music, charismatic stage presence, and boundary-pushing persona made him a true icon. His extensive catalog of hits and his influence on countless artists ensure that his legacy will endure for generations to come. Thanks so much for watching. Click here for more.